Hello everyone, it's Jessica Michaels here with another layout for Creative Scrapbooker magazine, and this time featuring Echo Park. So I'm using the beautiful summer break collection today, which I'm absolutely obsessed with, and I decided to pull out a solid sheet of basil cardstock in this nice dark blue, along with a cut file that's been in my stash for quite a long time from Hip Kit Club, and I figured it was time to use it. So I'm going to add some mixed media on this layout to just kind of make this cut file and all of these beautiful colors in this Echo Park collection really shine. And I'm going to add mixed media by prepping this paper around that center circle using some white gesso. This is the Liquitex brand, and I'm just simply spreading it on and just kind of blurring it on this background just to soften it up with my fingers and just creating a nice base to hold that liquid mixed media. While that's drying here, as you can see, I've already backed my cut file off camera using the small paper pad from that summer break collection. I couldn't decide on which colors I wanted to use, so I just used a whole bunch of them. I used some of the red pattern, some of the orange, and some of the yellow because they're all just beautiful. And then my letters themselves, I backed with one of the blue patterns. So super, super cute. I didn't bust into any large papers for this one, so it was really easy. And then I just popped the photo of my son inside the middle of my circle. So I'm busting out some Shimmers paints here to add my mixed media. And what I start with is a pot of water there and my paintbrush. I also have water in a spray bottle that I'm just spraying some water down kind of as I go. That really helps your colors blend together and creates a nice effect with all of the colors. So you can see there I started with a fairly light Creamies Shimmers product in Trippin' in the Tropics, but it was a little bit too light for my liking, so then I just worked in some other colors to darken that up. And then I bring in some yellow, some orange, and some gold into this just to create a really, really pretty kind of sunshine effect just to peek out around my cut file itself. So I have lots of videos on my channel doing different techniques like this with mixed media. If you want to hop over there, I've got lots of inspiration there as well. But for this one, we're focusing on Echo Park. So I'm mainly using Echo Park products today, but just using a little bit of mixed media just to make that pop. And there you can see how that's gonna look. It's just gonna turn out great. And I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. And it just peeks out behind my sunshine, just adding a few more little colors and layers here. I like to add some splatters in the different colors as well because it just creates some dimension and breaks up the colors. And then I also like to do splatters in white gesso as well. So as you saw earlier, I have white gesso underneath, and then I'm also adding white splatters just by watering down a little bit of that white gesso. It'll actually just lay right on top of all those colors instead of blending in. So I've got my sticker book here. You guys know that I love my sticker books, and this one does not disappoint. It's got 2 whole sets of everything in this sticker book, so feel free to just use your little sticker heart out in this sticker book. I love it. I chose this cute little summer banner phrase at the bottom to complete my title, which now says Hot Summer. And I loved this cute little lifeguard station. I thought it was just adorable and goes perfect with this layout because we were at our favorite little campground beach spot. There isn't actually a lifeguard on duty because it's just so small and everyone's right there, so we don't need a lifeguard or have one, but I just thought it was perfect for this. I also want to add some of these gorgeous chipboard pieces. I actually messed one of them up and ripped them off of this sheet a little too aggressively, and I ripped it in half. So I ripped all of the adhesive off of it, and it's not as thick as the other ones, and I don't have adhesive anymore, but no worries. I've got Nuvo glue. We're gonna glue it to my layout directly, and it will be just fine. I've got some 3D foam tape here that I'm using to pop up my cut file up off of my page to give it a little bit more dimension, and then I can just kind of tuck and stuff other embellishments in and around it. So I just cut this down to size. I'm only focusing on the letters here across the middle. I'm not worrying about putting it underneath the rays or anything because I felt like there was going to be some embellishments I wanted to tuck in underneath those. I didn't end up doing too much of that, but I wanted to have that option because I wasn't quite sure what all I was going to add to this. I've got some glue dots here and some thread. I'm just doing my normal glue dot kind of sandwich and treating this little circle sticker like it was a flare or like a canvas or epoxy flare. I love to add thread behind those using glue dots. So that's how I did that. And then just added another little chipboard camera with that little phrase at the top left of my photo with these chipboard arrows, which I just think are so sweet. And I had those adhesive brads. They're actually going to make it back into this frame on this layout in a moment here. I do add some more of those. And that's where that chipboard piece is. I just glued down with some Nuvo because I ripped it apart. So no worries. And actually that's something you can do too. If you are worried about having too thick of dimension in your books or your mini albums, you can actually rip off layers of those chipboard pieces and just glue them in place versus using the adhesive it comes with. And then it does make them a lot thinner to be placed into your books. But I don't mind dimension typically on 12 by 12 layouts. They don't bother me whenever they're real thick or anything. A lot of times I hang them up on my wall for display for a while anyways, so it doesn't bother me. I've got some of the ephemera packs here from the summer break collection that I'm using. Just grabbing a couple little bits here and alternating those in with some of these stickers from the sticker sheet. I love these 12 by 12 sticker sheets. They come just jam-packed with tons of embellishments and things you can use on your layouts and just kind of scatter them about. If you're a heavy embellisher like I am, it really comes in handy. Here's where those adhesive brads are making it back onto my layout. I've added a couple of those just to pull in some more color. And then I'm also going to add some white splatters here on top in a moment. You'll see I'm just cleaning off my space. This is just some regular white acrylic paint. I could have used my white gesso, but I already had it pulled away. And this is just always sitting right behind me on my cart. So it was just easier for me to just grab my white paint. And again, same technique there, just water it down a little bit with some water and flick it on with a paintbrush. And then here, I just felt like the top was missing something, and it was my date. I forgot to put my date, and I'm just doing that now. So I've just pulled out one of these labels here and some black ink. I just stamped that on there and then added another little word phrase from the sticker book and a couple little embellishments to finish this one off. So super fun today. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout and this video, and head on over to Creative Scrapbooker magazine for lots more inspiration, or head over to my channel as well. So here's the finished layout and what that looks like. I hope I've inspired you guys to create something beautiful today, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.